Hey, Steve Zonardo here with RE/MAX Experts Associates, Treviso North. Quick update on the market. Current inventory, 25,561 units. Again, redundancy, 1,000 per week of intake on new listings, because last week we're at 24,852 units. So it's almost exactly 1,000 units that have been pounded on the market. Sales 836 units, which is pretty good, to be honest. But other than that, inventory is just getting higher and higher and higher. At this pace, like I said, by the summertime we'll be into the 30,000 mark, which would be kind of crazy, to be honest. With the current inventory, we were kind of looking on Friday, kind of looking at all our listings that we currently have on the market, and then their placement in their placement against others, let's say, properties in the market, so their competition rather. So kind of look at their competition, where we're priced at and where we're going, how many showings we're getting. So we're doing basically an audit on every listing. We do this usually daily, but then Friday we did a deep dive, and then obviously checked on the inventory. Some listings are priced okay, and some need to be adjusted with price. And it's just right now, it's one of those deals when you're dealing with sellers that are emotionally attached to properties and expecting prices that don't exist anymore. So it's like that common saying is that the seller is the highest bidder on the current home. Why? Because he's got it at a price that nobody wants to buy it at. So again, sharp on pricing needs to be, and we need to keep getting further down the totem pole, because that's currently where we're going. We know this is where we're headed. I know there's a lot of rhetoric on America causing the infliction on pain on Canada with the housing market and currently everything now. It doesn't take 100 days to cause what's currently in Canada. When I've been chatting with people, this is just remember, and it's not just that side of the border, it's also this side of the border. It's literally especially Canada, for example. So it's been literally since the Trudeau government came into power, it's been literally 10 years of inflation. Everything has gone up. Cost of living, if it was insurance, if it was food costs, if it was fuel costs. So just imagine like 10 years of nonstop subtraction from your bank account, because you're paying more for items that you would not have paid. You would have paid less for in a previous administration. So imagine it's 10 years of that. Now we're bottlenecked to this point, and now it'd be nice if we kind of got swung out and there's this nice economy waiting for us, where we've got to, discharge the last administration, get into a new one, and there's hope for this, future economy, which there's not. So this is where, 10 years inflation, affordability, buying power is really, really down. So the Canadian jobs are down. Like construction is always one that I'm always worried about. You don't have condos being built, and this is obviously due to inflation, due to costs and associated with building. So these are halted. Low-rise residential, same idea. You can't sell anything. I mean, there's some sites that do okay, but at the same time, there's a lot of very cautious buyers, because they don't want to be holding a bag in 2 years from now when the property is complete, that if it's going to be worth the same amount of money that they paid for. So that's a big risk. In the past, you bought 2 years, you held on to your current residency, like your primary resident, you bought a new construction, you waited 2 years. Once that house was completed, you sold your house. You sold your house pretty much higher than where you would have bought this newer house, or if it's like a bigger house, pretty much like at par. So people were paying down mortgages quite quickly, which is smart. They were booking in houses, waiting 2 years, moving, and paying down mortgages, which is great. That doesn't happen now. We're in a reverse effect, where if you bought now, potentially in 2 years the property could be at a lower price. So there's a lot of issues there with that. But so I mean, that, and then is there going to be an economy going forward? No, there's not going to be an economy going forward, because we just lost 33,000 jobs, and now the tariffs are going to start taking effect. And this is a job loss, is not because of tariffs. You're going to start seeing a tariff 6 to 12 months from now. What that's going to do to Canada, and a lot of the manufacturing is going to dissipate. Clearly, the car manufacturers, Ford's already announced that they do most building of American vehicles in America, and they have more opportunity to do more. So what does that do for the Ford plant? I'm not sure if the Oakville plant is still running like it did, but that could be issues. I know Stellantis, which is Dodge Chrysler, they're moving everything back into the U.S. What else? The one that worries me the most is Honda, which is because of Alliston. Alliston's got a nice little city built around the Honda plant, and what are they doing there? I think it's a Civics or one of these cars that they're building there. Honda announced right around maybe the first month of the new administration here in the U.S. that they're going to be building one of the largest Honda plants in Indiana here in the States. So what's that going to do? Is that going to remove all the production in Alliston? Could be, and that could be a vacant plant in the future. And who is going to go there and start building cars again? It'll be a vacant plant if that happens. It'll be not good for that community, that's for sure. So that's the one that worries me. I'm advising clients that have like small rental properties and stuff like that in that community. It's probably a good idea to unload it ahead of time. It doesn't hurt. Just put the cash in your bank, put it in a GIC, lock it in for 5 years at 5% or 3 years at least, and then just kind of watch the market do what it's got to do, then get back in. Some people are worried that they can't buy back in. Those days are over. You're going to be able to buy back in, so you're okay. Ultimately, I would discharge all these small investment properties, get as much as you can out of them, put the money in safety, and then ultimately move it out at a later date and buy real estate again at some point. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.